go with that. So,
No problem.
thank you so much for giving me some of your time. I didn't expect to be able to do that, but it's just great because I'm just helping Julie out while she's so flat out so they can get started using it.
Yep, absolutely.
And because I've been working on this sort of stuff in the past, it just made sense. So, but I don't know your system. I'm learning it very quickly.
All right. Well, that's good. Well, that's part of the reason why you're more than happy to book in. Instead of, say, for an example, in this session going over every single thing, because you'll just be a blur.
Yeah.
So we'll go over things relating to your client's needs and how you can actually get some of the basics up and running. And then what we can do is set up another one of these go-to-meetings in a month's time, and when you're a little bit more confident as well, and we'll go over some more stuff and show you some more stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be doing it long term. I'm really just getting them up and running, and then once they're up and running, I don't know if she needs me to keep going. We'll see what happens. So I don't work for them. I'm just a friend of Jules's. So so that's sort of where it's come about. So I've already set up quite a few things, and I've realised all the equipment you put on there is the stuff from their equipment list and some of that sort of stuff. I've started creating some checklists. Loved your little training video on that. Was very helpful.
Yep.
I want a copy of your templates for those QR codes to stick on things. That'd be great.
So all you would do, any single time that you actually a QR code, if you go view, you just hit print QR code here. And what that does, it automatically puts it into the template.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. No worries.
So that template is automatically created with the name of the plant item or the checklist or the safe work method or chemical, whatever it may be, and with their logo.
Yep.
And you just print it out.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
So it's
so the logo will already be on the QR code.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Because when I copied the QR code to email it to Julie to try, the logo's not on the QR code. It's just the plain. QR code.
Yeah. So did you do it via checklist? Was it? Did you use?
Yeah, it was. Hang on,
if I hit checklist, and if I go, let's just say view next to this one, you just copied that and sent it to her. You got to select. See this up here?
Yeah.
You got to select print QR code,
and
it automatically does it in the frame with their logo.
Oh, okay. Rather than snipping it. Oh, yeah. I see. Beautiful. Great. Easy.
Okay. So it so you'll see that
great.
Above that QR code, it'll always have print QR code up here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did see that up there, but when you said in your training video about snipping a copy of it,
yep.
I thought that's what
you know what I think there might be a new version of that video. If not, I'll have to update it. So it because what we used to do, we used to snag that, and then I put that feature in there. I thought, you know what, why don't I put that feature in there? It automatically creates it for everybody anyway. So that's what.
Oh yeah, well, that's right. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because I was following what was on the video. There you go.
Okay.
Save you some hassle. Save users some hassle.
All right.
Okay.
So you'll see that print QR code now automatically puts any QR code in a frame that all you have to do is just print out.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Is there QR codes for forms?
No, there's not. So, but that is it is coming. Yes, there will be. It will be.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, because that's one thing they'll probably use a lot. Because not everything they do is going to be a checklist.
Yeah, it's
unless I create them all as checklists. That's probably another way of doing it.
That's exactly right, and that's what the clients do. The reason why it's kind of good to use the checklist to build that form is because you can relate a checklist when you're actually building a checklist. You can relate a checklist to literally all these different things. Okay. And if you actually, when you complete the checklist, it automatically saves it in all those other registers as well.
As in compliance and hazards and chemicals, etc. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, exactly right. So if you build a checklist and you relate it to the compliance of, if you had, say, their compliances in here, it would not only save it in the checklist register, but it'll also save it in the compliance register.
Yeah.
If you're related to a plant item.
Realise that.
And not only that, when you build a checklist and you relate it to so let's look at this, say for an example, we'll just select this one here, view. If I scroll down on this QR code, see how there's a vehicle safety inspection checklist relating to this? So one QR code from a plant item, you can actually open up checklist, safe work methods, an incident form, a hazard form, everything that you've actually related to that plant item, you can actually from one QR code.
Right. So in the plant list, have you already done that in the ones that you put in for them?
Yeah, they're the ones that
do I need to?
Yeah, see how they got the Excel spreadsheet? We uploaded this data. So they've got 110 items inside here.
I know, unbelievable number, isn't it?
It is. What you'll need to do, though...
Can we categorise them?
That is actually coming. So at the moment, it's...
Thank God.
But it is going to be categorised. So that's coming in an October upgrade. Okay, so...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because just when they have to select them, which I'll come back to in a minute. But so for each one of those, have you, when you set them up, did you link them to things like the vehicle checklist and things like that? Did you already? No. So I have to do that for each one. Link them to.
Yeah, but if see how these are like they're entered sites like Trailer 1, Trailer 2. Initial response safety.
Yeah.
So it but when you actually build a checklist, if I go down to that vehicle inspection checklist and select edit, the reason why you could actually see this checklist relating to that plant item, and this checklist will be related to every single plant item, is because see how this field's open?
Oh, yeah, I went in and did all that.
Well done. Yeah, and you open that. So now what you've done, you've actually related this vehicle inspection checklist to every machine at that site.
I'm cleverer than I thought.
Exactly.
So if I'm ticking general and initial response safety here at the top, so in site, if I connect to the general site being initial response and safety, and if in activity and machine, I leave it as general, that allows it to hook into anything, does it?
It'll hook up because you've opened this field up here. See how you've opened these?
Because I've opened it.
Because you opened the field.
And is it right that I put general? Do I need to put activity and machine, or should I just leave the select list?
No, that is perfect, because what it is that then when what happens then is when they actually do the checklist, and the reason why you should leave it at general, right, which is a perfect thing to do. So if I go view, see how it's general, then they can select the machine that they want. Okay?
Yeah, perfect. Fantastic. Great.
Oh,
yeah? That's
Instead
great.
of them opening
at the moment, they've only given me one
machine going, hang on a sec, this is not the checklist for this machine. But when you got general, they change it. It's perfect. So that's you've done that completely correct.
Oh, awesome. Can you go back into that checklist? Because I've got a few questions on that particular one, actually, which will answer, and probably a lot of things you're going to show me anyway. So what was it, the vehicle one? I keep going to drive, but of course it's your screen. We're not on share screen, we're on webinar. So see how the hazard one, right? For example, select hazard. Now, I saw in there the only hazard you'd put in was fire. Would you normally see a client put in a list of potential hazards? Because I see when I fill in try and fill in a new hazard, it's like a hazard report rather than here's potential hazards to select from.
Yeah, that hazard field at the moment, see some of these fields you can only select one at the moment, but later on you'll be able to select multiple. But let's just go to the hazard register here. All right, so
I've just put in those other couple now.
Okay. Yep. Well, they're the only ones in the system.
Of having things there.
They're the only ones in the system at all. So it and then you're looking. So you just go through the assessment, do the control measure, and so forth. So it. But if you relate them to an activity or machine, those hazards will be seen in those things as well. Do you know what I mean? Like so if you relate it to an activity, if I go to activity. Let's just say it's confined spaces, for an example. So you would do one up there for confined spaces. If I actually select view, that would be seen here as a foreseeable hazard.
Okay, so I can add in foreseeable hazards in the hazard list.
When you do a hazard here and relate it to an activity, it becomes a foreseeable hazard in the activity register, in that safe work method of that activity.
All right, so just create a foreseeable hazards list then, and if they have real hazards come up, they'll add them as they go, yeah?
That's exactly right. That's
Is
exactly
that what
right.
you're saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
So in the meantime, while there's only one,
yeah,
sorry,
that's why I say
in the meantime, while there's only one, should I leave a section for them to add any others if they need to?
absolutely. You the best thing for you to do, see this plant item, have they got all these vehicles that they go out for the initial response? They would, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they've got them, yeah.
So the basic thing, what you do is just like some of our other companies. So say for an example, let's just pretend that this is one of their vehicles that they go out to initial response with. Okay.
Which one are you in? Sorry, I can't see.
This BD.
Oh, yeah.
So if I go view
yeah.
and I go print QR code,
you
could just literally stick that on the truck or behind their visor or give it to whoever it is driving.
Yeah.
And say,
you know what I was going to do.
If you have a hazard, scan that and log a hazard via this or an incident, or get the vehicle, do a checklist, everything from that, because when they scan that QR code, and if I'll scroll down here lower, so they can log a hazard straight away. So instead of you printing out a QR code for a hazard, QR code for an incident, QR code for a checklist, QR code for a safe work method, QR code for a plan item, and they go, so which QR code am I scanning here? Just go, no, just scan your plant one and then just select the button you need.
So for hazards, chemicals, incident reports, SWIMs, SOPs, all of that, have them linked for each bit of plant and equipment, and then they don't have to have an extra QR code. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly right. The chemical doesn't link to the plant yet, but it's going to be. Do you know what I mean? So you'll see that all coming up pretty soon.
Chemical?
Yeah. So at the moment, it's checklist, safe work method, hazard, incident, maintenance, all can be done from the plant and equipment QR code.
Bloody love it, Phil.
It makes it really easy. So let's make what I'll just show you what you need to do though. So you need to make things called public, rightio? So
I knew that. Yeah, I saw that. I've got that.
So you go user admin dashboard, come down here.
Yep. Go to
public.
Yep.
Okay.
Building management.
So what you would need to do is just go, and you won't have to do this again, but then you would do it for any other item, but you'll go, okay, let's just go client, hazard, yes, save. Go another one, add page.
Yeah, I've started doing that on the forms I've been playing with for them already. As you can see, there's 4 there I think I've already done. So, so I've been selecting the public. So
beautiful. We'll do that for all your hazards, all your incidents, all the checklists and all your plant items, and that you want these guys just to scan instead of actually having to enter a username and password. And then that way there, it just makes it, and you're looking at it, when they scan that plant and QR code, you know, they can just navigate themselves around the system without even being logged in. You know, it's just perfect.
Yeah. I've actually done a test with the 1 or 2 I've done. Julie and I did a test to see if it comes up. So, yeah.
So mini iPads or a tablet are really good to use.
That's what they've got apparently, which is good. I just did it on my phone, which was a pain in the ass. But
the phone's a bit too small.
Sorry, I've got no P&Qs today. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. But, that's okay. Oh, good. You get me as it is. So I've tried that already. And so with the ones that I have done, if I go back, keep going, drive your screen. If you go back into checklists for a minute, Phil, I'll show you what I've done and see if it's correct. And go to the vehicle checklist, which is one of the ones we played with. And I updated that with the information that they would normally have in their other checklists. Laurie wanted it to be the exact same form, which of course it won't be, but it's got the same information. So see, if you go all the way down to the bottom.
Yep.
Wherever the bottom, wherever it gets. It's a damn long list, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
Yeah, but that's because they've got so many things they normally check. So, oh no, it's when you view it, it must be. It's all right. While we're in here, I'll show you something anyway I want to ask.
Okay.
So if you scroll up through where the checklist items are,
yep.
can can we insert checklist items in between if I've missed something? Or do you have to?
Not yet, but not yet, but you will be. Like, I'll give you an example of that. So if I go to the inductions, if I go manage quiz.
Manage quiz.
Okay. See how I've got insert slide here now? Before I didn't have that. So that will be coming with the checklist as well. All these things are on a list. All these little things that people go, oh, geez, it'd be really good there. I go, yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Because you've got to have it pre-planned, otherwise you've got to redo it, which I've done, but it just takes longer, obviously.
Like if I showed you the, let me just so you know that I'm not waffling on about the upgrades, is that
I believe you. I worked for EmploySure before, and I saw lots of upgrades happen all the time, so I get.
Yeah, so I'm constantly upgrading the system all the time, but what we're actually going to do is we're going to put it in in the help section. We're going to actually put in a list so people can actually see when they're proposed it's coming in. So a lot of people ask, oh, geez, what can we get this? So like this is not in date range, but this is an alphabetical range. But these are some of the upgrades that's coming into the system. So there's a fair few upgrades, and any time that I come up with an idea, I put it straight into that list. So someone might suggest
something. I won't throw you all my ideas then.
No, you can. You can.
I'm bad at that.
But that's where I get most of. I've developed the system over all these years from clients' feedback, and they might say, "Oh, it'd be really good if it had this." Do you know what I mean? That would make it easier.
Yeah.
That's the point. So it's
good idea. You can add photos to your checklist, or your plant equipment.
You can.
You? Oh, there was a thing for that, wasn't there? Yeah, great.
There is.
Okay. So the other question about the checklist, if I can get you to go to that for 2 seconds, sorry. And the vehicle one again, because it's where you can see the report at the bottom, the log and stuff.
Okay, yep.
Probably got a lot of questions about.
Yep. This log down the bottom.
All right. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, so they'll us mucking about. So we won't want them on there later because they'll just test one. How do I get rid of them?
This one here? That document?
Yeah, you'll see how... Yeah, so see how there's... I don't want to get rid of the document. No, that's got to stay. Please don't delete that on me. No, the actions, those three.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the moment, this was requested by lots of clients and wanting to do that. But then a lot of clients have gone, we don't want to see that anymore. So I'm actually putting a hide button here. A hide. That is actually, that list that you saw, that's on that list where, if you don't want them to see it, you'll just go hide and it'll hide it. So it's
okay.
But a lot of people are saying that because they want to see what's happened previously with that checklist.
Oh yeah. No, I think they're going to want to see it. It's just these test ones. If you go to show log.
Yep. Show log. Yep.
Yeah. I think it's in there. See how those ones that have been added successfully, they're all just our trials, so they don't need to stay there. Can we get rid of them or not?
No. Well, the reason why I don't have a delete button there is because
you don't want them. Yeah.
It's therefore like I'm actually making it that only the global admin user will be able to delete those items. What you would do is you just put a request in. You put a request in and a ticket.
Yeah.
Can I delete the 3 PDFs in the checklist such and such item, and then put those dates there? So you would literally just go, copy these dates here, and copy all this kind of stuff.
Or something.
Put it in a ticket, and just say, can you delete these? And then I get the team to go into a back database and go bang, bang, bang.
Oh, sweet. All right. Well, I'll do it once I've stopped fiddling a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then the show signed documents one.
Show signed documents, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So, as I said, I've got a few questions about, because this is one of the ones I sort of, and I copied to do a trailer one as well.
Yep.
But
you want to know what that is?
Questions are quite different. Yeah.
Okay. That that log item, you'll see that's in nearly every single register, and that is actually picking up.
Yep.
That is actually picking up that. So
Right.
if they save an example,
okay, sure.
So a lot of people, like throughout the registers and all that kind of stuff, you'll see that green plus sign's throughout. So you can actually use it that they've actually signed off on it. Well, at the end of the day, some people don't even like using the online version of this, which I just can't understand.
No.
So they use the document, they download and do it, and then they upload it, which is just, and that's what that's there for. So it's but really,
I'm not going to tell Laurie that.
in the checklist builder, you wouldn't use it. You'd be using the online version.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so, you know how you've got the edit status, the status one across to the right, the last column.
Yep.
Like I created some. It wasn't here. It was in plant and equipment actually. I was trying to do up their daily equipment checklist, and I just created some new plant and equipment in there, but they're not correct. So I need to get rid of those.
Yep.
How do I do that?
So just status.
How do I deactivate?
Status, that button there.
I tried that and it didn't.
So which item are you after? Which item was it?
I'll show you. Just scroll down. It's called IRS something or other. I just put IRS in front of them so I knew the other ones I'd done.
These ones?
Keep going. There we go, down the bottom. See how it's got IRS, full body harness or extraction fans, those ones in the second column. I keep going to point, but that's not going to help you.
This one?
Yeah, those. Yeah. So if you pick one of those and I wanted to deactivate it or delete it.
So I just
hit
that green button. Okay.
Yeah.
And now it's deactivated.
But you can't see that it's deactivated.
You can't see it, but it's not here anymore. It's gone.
Oh.
It's gone now to the deactivated register. There it is there. You actually deactivated those other ones. See how they
I see.
You go to the deactivated register. They won't be seen in the activated register. They'll be only seen in the deactivated register.
Right. Okay. My bad. Got it. Okay. That's good. Got it. Now, so with all this equipment, I can't actually categorize them, can I? They've got to stay one big long.
Not yet, but you'll see that, say, an example up here is going to be category soon, that you'll be able to do exactly what you're asking.
Beautiful. So when it says machine name here, it's machine name is the same as plant and equipment. It means the same thing, yeah?
Yeah, the machine name will be the name of the machine, but then underneath there, you'll be able to select category. So but you'll actually be able to have, it'll be, if I go to...
but what I'm saying is plant and equipment heading means the same thing as machine name, doesn't it? Is that correct? It's just interchangeable words. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that confused me a little bit.
If I go assessed,
yeah.
See at the moment you've got that there, but you can actually add new type, right?
Yep.
Well, that will be the same thing. You'll be able to add category, okay? So at the moment, there's going to be plant equipment. I'm already going to preload a number of categories, but you'll be able to edit that.
Yep. Great.
Or change the name of that category if you wanted to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably have a few, I'd say. So then, in the checklist, you know how you've got all your questions. How do I make them mandatory? They have to answer them. Can I do that?
Yeah, there is no mandatory field.
Right. Okay. So if they haven't filled in, they haven't filled it in.
If they haven't filled it in, they haven't filled it in. Yeah. So
can that happen? Can that suggestion be included?
That's the first time.
Purely because if they haven't checked it, I don't want them to be able to be submitting it.
Yeah, I know. It's the first time I've been asked that, but I can look at that. Yeah, definitely. So it's
yeah. I just, if I was the business manager or whatever, I'd want to see that they can't submit it without having done the whole form.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I do
That's
that.
Just me being anal though.
I do that in the induction. You can actually make things mandatory, so I'll look at that as well.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So there was one checklist. I was just working on it now, actually. It was a checklist again. It was. Which one was it? Actually, if you go into checklist, I'll be able to show you. Sorry, Phil.
That's
just
okay.
My questions are quite specific.
So one of these two?
Scroll down. Go to daily equipment checklist, perhaps.
Daily
At the top.
Yep. Do you want edit or view?
There it is. Edit at this point. Okay. So, see how you can select one machine. I think you might have already answered this earlier. So, and if you scroll down to my question.
Yep.
All right. So, this isn't probably going to show you properly. Can you open the form I've attached to it instead, please, Phil? I've attached a document to it, so which will show you what I'm trying to achieve. What was the daily equipment? Am I being a pain?
What? No problem at all.
Sure. Okay.
Well, at the end of the day, that's why I don't mind doing these kind of sessions with people, because it means that you're wanting to learn the system and therefore do use the system, and therefore the client will stay a client.
Yeah.
So that's
it exactly. Yeah, it's valuable, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no use getting a system and then they don't use it. So it's exactly you need to.
Yeah, I know, it's frustrating. Yeah, the easier I can make it for those guys, the better.
Yeah.
So if you scroll down a little bit in that document, why they've got it set up this way, I'm not sure.
Okay,
but anyway, so I've just attached the one they already were using.
Mm-hmm.
So Laura's like, I don't want to change my documents so much. Okay, so if you have a look in gas detection or documents or equipment, you see in the equipment, they've got radios checked and working, snap hooks, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And I'm presuming each snap hook and each carabiner, each lanyard, each harness has a registration number, which is what's in their equipment list, right? So for me to upload this document, if I only have one question that says snap hooks inspected, it won't show which snap hooks are inspected, will it?
No. You need to itemise the snap hooks. Are they itemised already?
I need to put them all in as a question.
Yep. You need to put them all in as a question.
Otherwise, unless I put in a text section for them to type in the snap hook numbers.
Exactly right. Yep.
What a pain. So I can't do a drop-down list of any kind to go carabiners, drop down and you select the carabiner numbers.
No. So that would have to be, that's. You'd have to get them either have a text field where they enter the number or all the different things and they go through and do it. Remembering once you've built it, you've built it. It's going to be a big task the first time, especially if they've got a lot of them, which they probably would have. So it.
They have. Well, as you saw, how many items they've got. So it's better just leaving it as snap hooks inspected, and the list, and then a text box for them to type in the snap hook numbers. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be the way to do it. Okay. All right. I can do that.
So you just need to remembering this is a generic system, so you've got to just manipulate it around. So it's not going to do every single process that you need, but you're just going to kind of manipulate it around to suit your needs. Do you know what I mean? So it.
No,
but we've actually got a fair few. We've got a fair few company which are have harnesses and rock climbing stuff because we've got a lot of venture kind of places that use our system.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I'm putting that categories and all that kind of stuff, because I know that when you've got those little fiddly little things that get done, you want to categorize them instead of putting them all in as a whole bulk kind of thing. So anyway.
Yeah, and you can search the list of plant and equipment though, can't you?
Yeah, you can search. Yep.
So even if I put at the start of all the ones that are carabiner, or some sort of code that they know to search for CAR or whatever.
Yep.
And take themselves straight to those rather than having to remember the actual name, like one beam.
That's very, that is exactly right. That would be very good to do.
Okay, so I'll change machine name to insert mini category at the start.
Yep.
Just to make it easier for them in the meantime.
Yep.
So until Phil magics in categories. Okay, great. All right, well, I'll do that. The other question around this sort of thing was, if you go back to checklists again.
Yep.
And you'll see I created one. Scroll down a little bit. I can't see it on your list yet. I think it was called, sugar, on-site equipment pre-start checklist.
Mm-hmm. View or edit, do you want me to hit?
I put in two, haven't I? I can't remember which one I just did. Just view either of them. Yeah, there's one above each other. I've obviously played with it twice.
No. They were two different checklists. One was a pre-audit checklist, one was a pre-start. So they're two different ones that you've done.
So, but if they're both the ones I did, I think they're the same one.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, where'd this come from?
This is your on-site equipment pre-start checklist.
That must be one you guys put in, because I don't remember doing any of this.
No, we haven't done it. So.
All right. No, I didn't create this, but
let me just go back and see if it's one of our preloaded ones.
How will you know?
If it had a document right next to it, if that had a document there, and was related to the general site, I would have said it would have been one of our preloaded, but it's not. We don't have an on-site pre-start.
I may have copied. I know what I've done. I've copied another workplace inspection checklist and used that as the basis of it.
Right.
That must be the other one I want to ask you about.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah. All right. So I've started putting in the items, as you can see. Is there a form attached to this? There should have been. Did it not go in?
No, there's no form there. I didn't think so. No.
Okay. I should have sent you the form because it'll make sense once you see it, because it's a really complex form that they're using, and I'm trying to work out this particular one is a bit complex about how they use it, and I'm just trying to work out what will be the easiest way to do it. I'm just trying to open it again. Daily equipment checklist, on-site equipment. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it. Okay.
Do you want to send it to me?
Yeah, I'll quickly email it to you.
Yep.
Let me just get into my email. I'm left-handed and I have to use my right hand at the moment for my mouse because of an injury, and it's driving me nuts. I'm so much slower. Okay. I'll be ambidextrous before I know it, though, at this rate.
Yeah, I'd give my right arm to be ambidextrous.
What's your email? Is it your,
yeah, just the one. Just reply to that email that I sent you just there for the meeting.
Oh, I'm already on it. I'm already on another one now. Fill at whsonline.com.au.
Yep, that's it.
Yep. Okay. No subject, no kisses and hugs, just plain old attachment. And hopefully it's gotten to you. The first part of the checklist is quite simple, given the conversation we just had about, text fields for them to fill in, etc. That's going to be an easy fix for that section. But the next part of the form has got lots of variables.
Yep.
Let me know when you've got it.
Yeah, not yet. So.
How many clients do you have, Phil, just out of interest?
About 300. So it's
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, but we're just getting this.
And you've got resellers, haven't you, that white label for you, or?
Yeah, we got like consultants who are either WHS consultants or HR consultants who sell the system and then use the system to service their clients. So they do that. So they get 3% for 3 years, 12.5% ongoing, but all the consultancy is theirs. But then we also have white labelled models with Racing New South Wales, and just now with this company, it's taking it overseas to India. So it
okay.
Still hasn't come.
Interesting
Document.
Because that's what I'm going to be doing. So you and I probably need to talk at some point.
Yeah. Well, so basically, I'll get Lisa to send you some information on that when you're ready. Just send Lisa, say, hey, Lisa, can you send me some information about becoming an agent? And what it is that,
okay, that'd be cool.
like, so say for an example, what you're going through here is what I would do for, like, we've got around about, say, 20 odd agents who are active. 10 of them are very active. And I'd be in go to meetings with them, at least one of them once a week, go over things. So they'll be going to the client. They'll say, hey, Phil, can I book him for a go to meeting so I can go over? And they'll say, what do I do here? This. And I go, okay, this is what you should do this. And it's a great way for you to learn the system just like you're doing now. So you can learn more about the system all the time. Still haven't got that, that document.
I know. It's gone. I can talk you through it in the meantime while it's on its way.
Yep.
So, for example, how I just went through the other one, said cylinders and gas detection units or whatever, and then that we're going to leave a field for them to fill in the numbers. The next section of this one I've just emailed to you.
Yep.
Under cylinder, it's got 4 or 5 things. Check the damage, current hydrostatic test date, functional check, cylinder is minimum, 80% maximum, blah, blah, blah. And they've got a yes-no thing, so that becomes a question. But then item description after that, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 products or plant and equipment items. They've got a test expiry against which would all come from the plant and equipment list, obviously. Then they've got categories against each item. So if it's got check the damage, yes, no, then there's damage and you put in yes, no against each piece. Then it's got pressure and you've got to fill in the pressure amount.
Yep.
And it's pass fail. So I'm just trying to work out how I can make
you'd put, say for an example, the item as a heading.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you might put the item as a heading, and then when it got underneath, have you tested it such and such as a question? Yes. Is everything okay? Yes. And you would make that a question. Then you would say the one where it says what's the temperature or whatever it is, the thing. You would use that as a text field so they can enter it, and then just use the other one. So you use the item as a heading and then put all those sub questions underneath as either a question or text box.
Right.
That's what you could do.
So each time there'll be, so each time I do that, then, so cylinder would be a heading, then check the damage would be a heading.
Yep.
Holy hell. Okay, I'm going to have to fiddle with it in my head.
You're going to have to just play around and see how it looks like. So it, later on, there is like, say for an example, if I go to audits here, if I go add audit.
They call it an audit, but I don't reckon it's an audit because it just looks like a pre-start checklist for me.
Well,
I don't think it's complete audit under their audit.
You might want to build this as an audit because it's actually going to do exactly what you're after. So will it? Oh,
yeah. Beautiful.
So if let's just put this, kind of quick one.
Then I just deactivate it in the other checklist for now. Yeah.
You still could if you wanted to, but see what happens here. I'll just go XXX. Okay. So, but I can make that a heading, and then I can make something a subheading.
Yeah.
And then I can make something a question to that. I can actually then make something a sub-question. I can make something a text, and I can make something a subtext. So really, if you made it as an audit, it'd be much better for you. So let's just go finish there, and I'll show you what this is meant to do. Okay. If I go evidence,
actually, some of the other ones could do this way too.
Absolutely. So you can actually say, have you done that? Yes. They can write this is the date they did or whatever it may be, and then what this is meant to do is that they can actually upload something if they've got, it might have been a photo or something like that. So they can upload a photo or they can actually just do whatever it might be. But it actually creates like an audit here for all those subcategories. See that there? You might want to play around with this.
Yeah, I think I will. So next to item type, it had select something or other. So my screen keeps going to sleep on me. See how it's got item type, then select. What's in that select box? This
one here? Okay, so I can, what this is meant to do is if you want to show compliance, so you build that there and go, yes, here's my, if I come down to the plant item and I select the plant as in mask such and such, and then I can actually go add more, and this is the checklist that I'm actually doing to meet that kind of process, which is, you know, the vehicle safe, whatever it may be. So this, what this does, these boxes here are linking everything throughout the system, all the data throughout the system. If you select it as a heading,
love it.
So this is, so a heading looks like bigger letters, a subheading looks like minor letters, a question will have yes, no, and
blah,
that
blah,
where they can enter text if they want, and this relating items. So they might just select yes, no, and you might say, I want you to enter more data or whatever it may be, or upload a photo. But this one is a sub question. So like the same thing, it's the same fields.
1.1.
If it's a text field, see how they enter the text field there? So
awesome. Loving that.
So so that is you know, a lot of the companies really like that feature because it's a great way for you to show compliance. Because when so the beauty about that, if I actually go to the audit now and someone wants to audit you, you go, that's fine. Go to findings. Go to findings, and they scroll down here. And what they can do is they can see what you answered, and you know, basically, if you've related any documents to them, it'll automatically show up here. So let me do that just so you can actually see what it actually does. If I go evidence, let me just say checklist, and the checklist is first aid checklist for an example. We'll go yes, text. And let's just go add another one, and we'll just go, to form that one.
Can I deactivate this one after you've done it or not?
Sure can. Yep. So if I go save, so if I go findings, see how they're here? What happens? The person can actually then go click on it, takes them straight to the checklist in that log. So
and it is QR coded. So once again, I can just copy it to put.
So if I go here, training plan, takes them straight to the log of that document. So the auditor can see all they're doing is you're linking everything they need to see, and they're clicking on it, taking them straight to there. And here you can actually enter recommendations, go straight into your action register.
Awesome.
It is a really good feature that, you know, you could actually easily show how to show, you know, do compliance.
Yeah, easy. Yep, that's good. Got it. With the plant and equipment list, is there any way I can print that out onto a Word document so I can just go through? I just want to be able to check things off as I pick
even
them up.
better. The best thing to do, every register has this feature. Go to see how it's got publish register up here. Go publish, publish it into a CSV file, download all items, go publish. That's just going to download every single item into an Excel spreadsheet that now you can check off.
Yeah, I tried to do that the other day and it just got stuck. It wouldn't work, and I actually got kicked out of the system that day. Did you have trouble with it a few days ago?
Yeah.
With the system in general? You did? Okay, so that must have been when.
Net registry went down, and they just stuffed up everyone.
Oh, did it?
So when you would have done that, so there you go. So
cool.
That's what you could do.
Yep.
Now another thing as well, what you could do to see how you got so many of these items in red at the moment.
Yeah.
Just go to start.
I was going to ask about maintenance date.
Just go to starter kit.
Yeah.
Go plant equipment.
Yeah.
See how it's got maintenance dates here. You can the date that you enter in this field here.
Yeah.
Go it would change every single one of those dates instead of you having to go to every
because
single
Laurie's
one.
got a heap of emails this morning about
Exactly right.
maintenance.
So, like, at the moment, none of them are, you're going to go through this and change them all again anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll just put one in there for now for January or something like that.
Yeah, I'll just
So
put, there's one for
January
November I'll
date.
put in there. I'll just go save, and let's just go to the next register, save, next register, save, next register, save, next register, save.
Oh, I can't do them all.
Yeah, it does it, but it won't save it properly. So it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So it now if I go quick links now. So why don't you do that? Yeah. It's because get back there, change that date.
Oh, so that was the review dates now.
That notification would drive me nuts. So it.
What's driving you nuts? I'm glad I'm not the only one who says that.
Notification of Facebook. So it.
Oh, okay. Not work.
No.
If I was your boss, Phil, I'd be saying, why are you on Facebook at work?
Exactly. Luckily, I'm the boss.
That's right. It's a good place to be sometimes, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. All right, so they're all updated. So you're not going to get any of those emails anymore, which is good. So
they're all 1st to the 7th, and
there's only one date there.
And
that review date.
Why is one there for 21st? That's weird. One was odd.
One was odd?
Yeah, it says 23rd of 1st, 2018. It was in red. Did you pick it up?
I updated that one.
Go down. Oh, did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just changed
my screen isn't as up to date.
Yeah.
Okay, so I told Laurie I'd magic it. I'm going to lay claim to that one. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, you've got a question. You've got, was there anything else about that you're going to teach me then or not? No?
No, but that's where you can go to the starter kit.
Okay.
And a lot of these dates, like say for an example, if I go to policies.
Yeah.
And you want to update dates, just go through the starter kit and use that.
Yeah, do them all there.
All there. And makes it much quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, I went through the starter kit. Actually, it was good, but I didn't realise that's what I need to do on that front. So, I don't want to see your Facebook thing. Thanks, Phil.
I don't know how to bloody turn it off. That's why I got Michael. Turn off. There you go. Don't turn them on.
No, you go to Facebook and you go to your settings and go to notifications.
Drive me nuts.
And instead of notification saying yes, email or whatever, just click no.
Yeah, well, it's too late.
Something now.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I'll get into it later.
Okay, so in the checklist, there's a volunteer section and an environment section. They don't need either of those. Can they be disabled?
No. So it's
no,
the system.
Just ignore it.
Exactly right. Just you got to leave that there. It's like it's just, as I mentioned, cool. It's a generic system used by everybody.
Generic, that's okay.
So
Yeah. Okay. And the same about client. If it's not applicable, we can't remove it.
No, it just stays there, kind of thing.
No,
you just don't use it.
Yeah, that's right. I've created a not applicable client, so they can always select that if they want to. Then, so it'll be anything like that that's on there. They either can ignore it or not.
Exactly right. They just ignore it or anything like that. But you're looking at, if I just come here, see how, say, for an example, you've got your volunteer and all these different things here. What's going to actually happen if you haven't selected anyone here, or you've left that as closed?
Yeah.
And if I go,
that's what I did.
If I go view, perfect. So it see how this has got all these NAs here and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You won't see anything with an NA when they open up the checklist. They'll just see the things that you've related it to. So really, they won't even see contractor, visitor. They won't see visitor, client, and all that kind of stuff. They won't even see those names.
Okay.
So you'll see that come.
All right, great. Keep them closed if I don't need them.
Yeah, just keep them closed. Yeah.
Okay. Now, why are some items in red on the quick links page? Oh, I think I'll work that out. It'll be those dates. So I'll fix that. If I set things, I'm just going through my questions in my scribble. If I set things to general, does that affect anything? No, we've answered that one. Hazards only added once report, or can it be potential? We've answered that one. Oh, we're cooking with gas here still.
All right.
Can I delete P&E incorrectly entered? Oh, that's deactivate, isn't it? Got that one answered.
Yep.
We've answered that one. Now, in forms, and this probably comes back to something we talked about earlier, instead of using forms, using checklists.
Yep.
So if we go to, just open up forms for tick, please, Phil. If you look at corrective action report, let's go to incident and investigation report, because that's one I had fiddled with. Can you open the document, please? Do you spend your whole day doing this with people?
No, I do a lot of presentations, a lot of training, a lot of grading, a lot of doing everything actually. So start at 8 or 7 in the morning, finish at 7 or 8 in the night. So
oh my goodness, the joys of owning your own business.
Exactly.
Okay. So I have added the sections that Laurie still wanted in their original one and updated it with their colours and some of that sort of garb.
Yeah, but really, instead of using this form here, they should be using the incident section. So it's because if they
should be using what? Sorry.
So this form here, these forms here, are all kind of a waste of form. The reason why this section I've really never ever upgraded is because, like, say for example, the hazard form is already in there online. The incident form is already in here online.
Yeah.
So you got the QR code. So instead of using a form, which then you've got to type in and register, here's the form here already. And then when they do the incident, it'll go red inside here, and it actually has its own investigation process as well. Everything that is on that form that I just saw is already in the system.
Yep.
So the best thing...
So that was the one that was already in there?
Yeah.
There was one that was already in there. I just went through it and adjusted.
Just do this incident process and give it a go, rightio, and you'll see.
Okay, that's probably a way to test it.
Exactly right. If you just go add and just we'll go through it now. Makes it easier, so you can relate it to a site. You've got all these different incident types here, but if you don't like some of those, you can you can actually add types here. So you might have,
so do it there instead of on the other one.
It might be fall as a type of incident, right? So if I put fall, add new type, and then they can select the type of incident. There it is there. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then you can go through here.
Locations written in.
Yeah, date and time. They can relate it to, you can relate it to an activity. Okay. So it, you can relate it to a machine if you wanted to. Date and time of incident.
Yep.
And then they can go through here.
Right.
They can select if it's first aid, who did it, medical advice, who did it.
Yep. Yeah.
And then they can come through here and describe the incident, how it happened, add and proceed. So they can fill out the form.
Yeah.
Goes to the exact same form that you had just then. Injury type. Again, you can add your own type of injury type.
Yeah.
And your body parts. Your one had a body. It has a body.
Yep.
Exactly the same. You can add body parts here if you want to break it down even further. Add and proceed. Goes right inside the system. Yep. Then I can select AIF. IIF. Incident investigation form. You can bypass this if you wanted to.
Yep.
Or you can go, this is the same form that councils across Australia use. So you can actually go through here, do the investigation, what happened, and then...
Oh, so it's all going to be pretty much there.
It's all here. It's all here. And it's online. And I'll show you what it's going to do. So so basically what you go through here, and it's even got corrective measures. Everything that you need in a form is here, and you can go save.
Yeah.
Then I need to provide the date of the investigation. So let's do it today.
Yeah.
Scroll down there. So you can't break it. Goes orange. Goes orange, but I can actually go supervisor's report. You can go through here now and do a supervisor's report and do all these different things.
Yeah.
If they've got days off work, you can select days off work. That'll automatically go into the return to work register where you can actually do a return to work plan. You can come down here and out of every
so LTIs
incident
and everything are retract.
Yeah. You can set actions for people to do, because out of every kind of process, there needs to be actions to implement a safe procedure. Goes green.
Yeah. Yep.
You can publish this register in all these different ways of that thing. But the system automatically develops a whole set of graph reports.
Oh, beautiful. So LTIs and everything else will all get logged where necessary. Beautiful.
This form, it can't do that. It can't do it. So whereas these guys are just literally remembering the plant and equipment, they can just hit that incident button and it's going to open up their form.
Yeah.
If we get a user admin dashboard, alerts, you just need to set up alerts for people that you want. If an incident is logged, who needs to be alerted so they know they have to do the investigation.
Oh. In IIC and set up. So I've got to set up alert for investigation report.
You need to set up alert.
IIC.
If you go to help here, if I go to help, and if I this.
So I'll get rid of the other one. You're saying?
Yeah. No. So see this staged approach.
Yep.
This is what I suggest that you set alerts up for.
Okay.
And then this is about making QR codes public, which you said you know how to do, so you can do that. And then, so try to do this one here and follow this step by step.
Okay, cool. We'll do. Easy.
And then if you watch the training video, how to get started with your online WHS, if you watch that one, that is that step-by-step approach. So, and it's just a good way now that you kind of know your kind of way around the system, which is good, and you've done some great stuff in here. So it's just some of the stuff. Well, you've done.
Just a matter of following through some of it.
This is great. This is all good. This is excellent. So it's.
I'm doing all right, am I?
Yep, you're doing all right.
All right, so I can do that. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm not as numpty as I thought. I think that's all my questions.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, if you've got any more, all you got to do is just just send me an email. Rightio. So
I will now that I've got your email direct.
Yep. And then
rather than a ticket, just send you an email.
Yeah, if it's say for an example, if it's a problem with your client system that you want to do certain things, do that. If it's something you want to learn, how do I do this, Phil, and then put it in an email. Do you know what I mean? So.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I get you. So I just want to go back to that incident one. So where in the forms list, there's the incident and investigation report one. Should I deactivate that?
Yeah. It's not needed. It's really not needed. This register. So they're doubled up. See all this. A lot of people just want to use paper-based radio still. Okay, but the hazard form, the incident form, the return to work plan, all these kind of processes are already somewhere in the system in an online version.
Okay, so deactivating these won't affect where they are online.
No.
I thought these were online versions. That's why I was wondering why there's no QR code on them. I'm like, that's weird. Why is there no QR code on them? Now that I know the other section is where they literally sit electronically, I will just deactivate these so they don't go and try and use them.
Yep.
Forcing them to use the system properly.
Exactly, force them to use the system properly. A lot of people, say for an example, like if they're out in remote places or they don't want to use the QR code, then you would have that form and print it out and give them and say, well, okay, fill that form in and put it in the tray, that kind of stuff. So. Yeah,
well, that's been the problem. They want to stop that. They want to get it all onto the system, but they're going to be in places where there's no access. So
they'll need
the QR code process work?
No, So therefore, they'll need those forms if in the remote places. So it's a good idea to still have those forms in their truck somewhere.
Yeah, so maybe print some out rather from the electronic version though, not from this version.
No, you can print it out in that version because it's literally exactly the same.
Yeah, unless I've changed it, but I can double check that. Okay. All right. So things like resolution of a WHS problem flow chart, is that?
Oh, that's just you know what? They're just a couple of forms I put in there that people might want to use, but then really they're nothing special.
Okay, I won't worry about them. I'll just focus on the main one.
Yeah, just
so safe work procedures and swims. So where are the safe work procedures and swims then? Where do they sit?
Just here.
Where? Hang on. Oh yeah, got them. Okay, so they're all sitting there. I've just got to go and see if they're everything they want, because they're not the ones they've given you. They're ones you've added.
Yeah, these ones, there's some preloaded. There's some that they've added there. So it's because usually, No, actually, I think they're all the ones that we preloaded. Yeah, so you need to just add your ones.
Okay. Yeah, or adjust the ones that are there if they're not
correct
exactly how they want them, because they've got a fairly strict audit with UPS, and I've got to make sure I don't compromise that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just go through and double check them. All right. Fantabulous, Phil. Thank you so much.
Right.
That's
have a good day. I did record this, so I'll process it and then send it off to you.
Oh, awesome. There you go, Jules. I do my job for you properly.
Yes, there you go. All right. Well done. See you.
All right. Thanks, Phil. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.